It's prime time. So I made a bit of a realization. I realized that I made 99 videos and I was about to reach my 100th. So I figured what better way to do the 100th video on my channel than to review the biggest figure in my entire collection. So today we are taking a look at the Lewin Resources Captain America Optimus Prime. Now this is a third-party figure, or so-called KO, or knockoff figure, so it is not an officially licensed product. So this is basically just a rescale of an already existing figure, of a rescale of an already existing figure, that being the MP10 Optimus Prime, which later on got rescaled into the MPP10 from Wei Zhang, which had this exact same build, but, you know, smaller. And then there was also Lewin Resources, which made the regular Optimus Prime variant, which was just the upscaled version of the MPP10 Wei Zhang Prime. So this is basically the repaint of that MPP10 Lewin Resources Optimus Prime. That's a lot of evolution in just one figure. And just to give you guys a taste of this thing's size, here is the original MP10 Optimus Prime. Yeah. This thing is insanely huge. Now, before we progress any further with this review, I first want to go over the absolutely amazing detail on this figure. Now, it is pretty much the same as the detail on the MP10, but with some minor changes, and that just being some of the features that this figure has. Basically, with the legs were mostly remolded, whereas the original MP10 just had 4 vents. This one has 5 to elongate the legs, as if this thing could get any freaking more bigger. But yeah, so we do have a lot more different parts of the mold with this figure. But moving along to the top, the chest is pretty much the same as MP10. Pretty much just majority of the mold is exactly the same as the MP10, especially even the head. But yeah, so a lot of really nice molded detail on this figure. And that is pretty much just, like I said earlier, the same that we got with the MP10. But yeah, so a lot of detail. When it comes to paint, you know, we do have some silver. The silver was supposed to be chrome from my understanding, but it came out a little bit more silver. Same thing with the side gas canisters. Those were also supposed to be chrome, but they just came out a regular silver, which is not a problem because they are made out of die-cast metal. But yeah, so a lot of nice paint as well on this figure, if I do say so myself. Now, Prime here does come with a pretty regular amount of accessories, not too much, but in the back we do get the included ion blaster, and this is just a clear version that they decided to include for some reason, and it just decided to unspring on me. I can get this out. This is a bit hard to do with one hand. I'm not used to this, so bear with me here. But here we have the ion blaster. This is just the clear version, and it does light up, but not currently. Sorry for the moth push there. But yeah, so this thing is huge. It is pretty much just, if you want to imagine, yes, this is pretty much the size of a regular freaking handgun. So we do get that, and then we do get the regular version right here on this side, which is just a basic brown color. I can also get this out. If you could not already tell, this is one of the hardest reviews I have probably done, and I am barely 3 minutes in. So here's the regular gun that he comes with, and it does just have a brown and a pretty nice silver silver coloration on these sides as well. So yeah. And then we also have the shield, which is very, very, very nice looking, in my opinion. Now, don't get me wrong, I think this might be the MCU style shield, but with a little bit more kind of tech type looking stuff, if you know what I mean. And it is die-cast metal, and the paint on this is very, very nice in my opinion. But yeah, so a lot of really nice detail when it comes to the weapons and all that kind of stuff, and especially the shield as well. So yes. And I do have to apologize for my lighting because I don't have my main light here, but let us talk about the articulation since we've gotten the detail and accessories out of the way. Oh god. So we do have a basic ratchet joint in the head. Can go up. Bring this. Basic ratchet joint in the head. The ears move as well on both sides. They are made out of die cast, which is a good thing to basically prevent them from snapping off. This one is a bit looser, so it doesn't move as much, but it does move. But the fact that they're die cast does help this a lot. The head does swivel both side to side, and it can go all the way around, just like that as well. And that is pretty much it for the head. The arms, actually, I'm going to take these smokestacks off because they have a tendency to have these parts fall off too easily. So I'm going to move these. I'm going to take these off. Just they're that one. Okay. Doing this for you guys. Anyways, so when it comes to the articulation in the arms can move all the way around like so. They can move out about that much and about that much, and they also move out and in just to accommodate for a little bit of extra range. And then there's also a swivel. Lift this up. Swivel at the bicep, which is also on a ratchet joint, and the arm does move at the elbow joint forward and back down like so, and moving down so you can get a better view at the way the hands work. Basically, the hands, or the fingers I should say, or the hand moves, swivels all the way around like so. The fingers are individually movable. Sorry. I'm not used to this kind of review, so like I said, bear with me please. And they can move all the way. They have a joint in each section of the finger, so they can be posed individually like so on like pretty much all of the fingers, as well as a singular hinge on the thumb, and the thumb is connected on the ball joint as all the other fingers are as well. That is pretty much the articulation for the hands, and I really do like the individual posability with each finger. I'm a huge sucker for that kind of stuff. But yeah, so very, very good articulation in terms of the arms, and it is pretty much the same as it is on the M10 figure. Another feature as well is the the windshield wipers do move as well, but they are loose, and that is mainly because I could not get them screwed in properly. So that's just one of those things that they're going to flop around a lot during this review. So yeah, another point of movement. There is a waist swivel, and it can go all the way around. The legs can move forward about this much. Arm out the way. And it's starting. Okay, that's about as much as I can get that. And back about this much, like so. The legs can also spread. Like so. They can swivel at the thigh. Oh, come on. Okay. Like I said, they can swivel at the thigh. There is rotation right in here, as well as in the knee. And the knees bend like so, forward, and about that much. The feet can pivot very, very well and back like so, and they can move up and down because they are on a ratchet. And then there's also articulation right here on the toe, but that is mainly for the transformation. Out of breath on that one. I promise you, this is one of the most hardest figures to move in my entire collection. The ratchets are very strong. That's a good thing, because with the plastic, this is, you know, a basic kind of plastic, so it's gonna be a little more durable for a figure like this, and that's good because you don't want this stuff to break on you. Unlike that clear plastic variant, if you know what I'm talking about, of this figure, which I bet you is going to break on many people. But with this, plastic is very durable, and when it comes to the ratchet joints and like how tight all the joints are, that is absolutely amazing. But because this thing is over 11.5 pounds, makes it very, very difficult to move around. Yeah, I need water. What's up? As if this nightmare wasn't enough, this figure transforms. God help me. And now, for the moment we've all been waiting for, transformation. Give me one sec, I just need to say a quick prayer. Okay, I think I'm ready to go. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to take the chest windows, open them up. They're on tabs, which is actually appreciated because it makes everything kind of hold together a little bit better than on the FE10. Take this, open it up, open this up. Forgot to mention this guy comes with a die-cast matrix of leadership that is massive. So it's that, and it does light up, but not currently. It's able to, I mean. But I'm just gonna keep that inside, and it does stay in relatively well. So I will just keep this in for the transformation. And yeah, so take this, untab this entire assembly from the back, rotate pretty much all of this around before I forget, like so. And there we go, I have that. Next, we're going to take this, bring that down, and then take the, basically, kind of, yeah, it's hard to describe, so I have to move the arms out of the way. He's going to do a bit of a ungodly T-pose, if you will. Yeah, so there we have that. And then bring out these back sections right here on the sides. I know it's hard to see, my lighting isn't the best here, so I'm sorry about that. And do that on both sides, and just bring those out like so. Next, rotate these sections around. Also, before I forget to mention as well, because this is important, but this accordion section, it's going to lift up. There's a tab right in here that will go into a slot in the grill. And then just tab that in, like so. Once you hear that snap, and that's the open part. And then bring those sides out. Take these sections right here, flip these out, rotate this around for now. I brought it a bit closer so you guys can see better, but basically this is what we're dealing with right here. So we have these side sections that used to be on the back flipped over on this side, and just keep these kind of on the side like this for now. Do the same thing on the other side. Bring this closer. Rotate this all the way around like so. Flip these panels out and the headlights out, and then rotate this back up and flip it down to the side like so. Next, take the real grill section, pull it out from the inside of the chest and bring it down like this. So it will kind of look like that. Now I'm just gonna move this up right here. You can see what we're working with. This something broke. So about that thing with talking about how durable the plastic is, doesn't quite seem like that on. Oh, never mind. I just realized what came out. It's just a battery compartment thing. And just give me a second. And to think I was going to knock off points for not durable plastic, yet it is. And all it was a battery thingy. My brain is scrambled right now. So anyways, take the head, flip it inside like that, and we are getting somewhere. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to flip this around and just move this stuff out of the way. So this is what we are dealing with currently. What we're going to do now is take the arms, bring them back down the best I can. For now, open up this panel right here, rotate the hand inside, maybe the other way, nope, wait, yep, come on, like so, and close that. Okay, next, bring this up, close that, so now this section is connected, and basically just take all of this, bring this back, bring that in, rotate, keep that down. Sorry, I need to block that. Harder to do on camera. I have to block this real quick. I'm so sorry. Okay. Rotate that around like so. So that will basically close inside, kind of how G1 Prime transforms. And I forgot a step. Please end me. Flip out the ladder right there. So there's this ladder piece that's underneath the arm, and there we go. Keep everything closed as possibly well as you can. And okay, next, rotate that around. Cool. Anyways, take this, flip that up, and there's a little slot. It's right in here, and then there's also a tab in there, so it will basically slide in and keep that in place. Next, take the headlights, flip them in, flip this section around and tab that into the bumper, and there we have that section all done. Now we got to do the same nightmare on the other side. Rotate this around again. Take this, bring it down, the arm, rotate this around, bring it up, flip out the ladder, flip down this back panel, rotate your hand around, try not to break it, flip back the panel, rotate all of this in, bring it down, and finally try your darndest to get this in place. And we are, come on. I need water again. So we're going to push all of this inside like so. There's also a tab on the wheel well that connects into the ladder. So put those together like so. Now bring this around like I showed earlier. Flip that up, make sure it tabs in, bring that in, bring this in, and there we have that. There's also these tabs on top if you want to get those connected to, and there we have that all together. Next, just close these guys together and have them in on the top, and there we have the front of the cab formed. Next, what we're going to do is keep this, rotate that around. We're going to come around to the back, like so. I'm going to take the feet, close them, like so. Okay, switch to a better camera angle and something that is easier for me and for you guys to see. So next what we're going to do is close the heel and the toe like so, and then take these panels on top, rotate them around, bring them down, tab them in. Same thing on the other side. Bring that down, tab it in, like so. And then next what we're going to do is we're going to take the leg. So this is going to collapse into that. And there is supposedly, there's a button on the underside right here. You press this, and then that will make the leg go in, theoretically. Try not to cut yourself, because I've done that before on this figure many times. And then do the same thing on the other side, like so. Bring this around. Now you'll see there are tabs on the inside. Just bring that together like so. There are some steps that were changed from the original MP10 on this guy. These the feet do not come together to tab in, and there is nothing covering the wheel wells on the back. So that is a bit different from the original variant. But last but not least, what we're going to do, take these canisters, rotate them around. There's a tab right here and a slot on the inside of the ladder bit, and just push that inside like so, and you get the basic idea on the other side. That is supposed to go in. There's also tabs on the insides, or on the crotch part right here, that these go into to support it a lot more. Last what I'm going to do, add the smokestacks. Finally, hope that these, oh, yep, okay. So this is a main problem that I have with this. These like to come off easily, and I hate that, because there's no way I can possibly fix this, because glue does not exactly work on metal. So I am stuck with this continuous part that keeps falling off, and I have it off. Speak of the devil, pop that back on, like so. Hope to God that that doesn't fall off again. And then finally, the next one. Hope to God that doesn't fall off. Pop that on. Didn't that time, thank God. And last but not least, flip out the side view mirrors. And here we have the truck mode. And finally, here we have an absolutely amazing looking truck mode. You do get that very nice MP10 design, and it does carry over very, very well with this figure, in my opinion. A lot of really nice detail when it comes to the truck, and you almost can't tell that it came from a robot, except for when you look at the legs. The only complaint that I do have about this truck mode is this weird brown spot. I know that's a joint, but why couldn't it have been blue? It could have been. Could have matched this perfectly, but that's the only thing that bothers me. about this truck mode. But yeah, a lot of really, really outstanding detail on this truck mode. Yeah. Yeah. Now, like I did talk about earlier, it does have weapon storage, but I'm not going through this pain again just to put this gun back into the truck, because I have to take apart the entire truck again just to put this in. One of the only design, I guess you could say, flaws from the original MP10, because you can't open this back part up without transforming it just so you can store the damn gun. Anyways, we do get storage for the shield, kind of. Put it on the back of the truck. There you go. That's your shield storage. At the same time, I don't really care about weapon storage on the truck. I know it's capable of it, but it's not something that I heavily care about. The thing that I care about the most is the fact that this thing looks absolutely amazing. And one other cool thing is, for example, now it does not fit entirely into scale, but here we have a Marvel Legends figure. So here we have the Wolverine. And one thing that I do kind of wish that this truck mode had was the ability to have this could open, the ability to have this part hollowed out instead of it being double-sided, so you could sit a minifigure on the inside. And because this figure slightly fits into scale with this, even though it's a little bit off scale, the only thing you can really do is just like try your best to sit a figure in that little spot right there, I guess. And yeah, I mean, it's something, I guess. I don't know, but I just think that it's cool that this can actually fit into scale with some 6-inch figures if you have them in your collection. So yeah, very nice truck mode. Not a lot of features. It does roll. The tires are made out of rubber, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, and it is still very, very much heavy. You know, it's still that same 11.5 pounds that it is in robot mode. But yeah, very, very good looking truck mode. For a size comparison, here we have the Lewin Resources Captain America Optimus Prime next to the MP10 Optimus Prime. The character this rendition of Prime is based off of, the Marvel Legends worthy Captain America, the Hammond Collection Baryonyx, the Bandai Vinyl 68 Goji, and Evangelion Unit 1. And for my final comments on this figure, would I recommend it? If you have immense strength and high patience tolerance, yes. Yes, I would. When I did get this, you do have to assemble it out of the box, technically. It does come mistransformed, but that's just so they can fit it into the box, because the box is also pretty big. I still have it, but I don't feel like getting that out right now. But if you love Captain America, if you love Optimus Prime, and you want the best of both worlds, this is your definitive toy. Especially even if you love the MP10 design as well. And in my case, I absolutely love the MP10 design. But just imagine, let's just imagine if instead of this being the MP10 design, it was the MP44. If I had one of the worst nightmares in my entire life, that would be this design being the MP44, but in this scale. That would be the biggest nightmare I would ever have in my life. But at the same time, it's a great figure. I recommend it, kinda. You could get it for around, I think, like $400 something on the Chosen Prime. I'll link their website down in the description below, because that's where we got this figure. But yeah, so that is about it for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. By the way, I'm not editing out a single part of this video. You will all watch me suffer.